Hi, my name is Albert with Mainland Cycle Center, and today we're going to do a kind of different video. We're going to look at a CBR250R and a Kawasaki Ninja 300. We just got this little CBR in on trade on a Ninja 300. I thought it'd be a good time to maybe do a little bit of a comparison video on the two bikes, because there's a lot of similarities, and then I think there's some very important and distinct differences also. Both great looking bikes. We've got a 2013 Ninja 300 here. The Ninja 300 that I pulled off the showroom floor here, it does have ABS brakes. The CBR that we have here does not have ABS brakes, but they are available with ABS. So we're not going to use that as a negative or a positive either way, because both bikes are available both ways, with ABS, without ABS. So what we've got is a Ninja 300, of course, brand new for 2013. There in the lime green color scheme, also available in black and white. And then we've got a red, white, and blue CBR250R 2012. And I apologize, I don't know what all the color options are on the CBR. I know there's several. But anyway, this is a nice looking color scheme. This bike is not completely stock. It only has 700 miles on it. It does have a Two Brothers pipe and a fender eliminator kit on it, but we won't focus too much on that stuff. Both bikes have disc brakes front and rear. The Kawasaki on the discs has the pedal style rotors, so it has these little cuts in the rotor. It's a little cooler looking, I think, and it also helps dissipate heat. Where on the Honda, it's just got the regular traditional round rotors. It's a twin piston caliper on the Honda, twin piston caliper on the Ninja 300. So both bikes have very similar brakes, but you do have the pedal style rotors. Both bikes have a 140 70/17 IRC rear tire. Matter of fact, both bikes have the exact same tires, same size, same tread, same brand. At least on these two that we're looking at. So I'm assuming that the 2013 comes with the same tires. But they both have the same 140 70/17 rear tire, and then they both have the same size front tire, which is also a 717. It's a 110 70/17, also that IRC. Both bikes have two-piece seat. Sitting on them, the seat height is very similar. I didn't look up the specs to see what it was, but the CBR seemed to be a touch taller, but they're very, very close from that. They both have a two-piece seat. The Kawasaki is a little more distinct. There's, you can see the body color here between the two seats. I think that's a little more aggressive look than the CBR. Still a two-piece seat on the CBR, but there's not that gap there between them. Again, not a big plus or minus, I don't think, either way. This one maybe lets the passenger sit a little lower, but I don't think a lot of people are carrying passengers on these bikes, so I don't know how critical that is, but a little bit of difference there I noticed. When you look at the foot pegs on the CBR, they've got the little rubbers on them, which is not bad. The Honda, the Kawasaki Ninja 300 just has the little grippers on them. So a little different, a little racier looking, I think, on the Ninja 300, but not necessarily a big plus or minus either way is from a riding standpoint. The Ninja 300, you've got clear flush mount turn signals on it, which I like because this bike appeals to new riders. If they do fall over, you don't have a big turn signal sticking out. On the CBR, you do have a regular stock type turn signals on it, and so those are more likely maybe to get broke off on the CBR if you do tip over. But again, both are going to be quite visible. They both have clear lenses, and both look real nice. But with the Ninja 300, you do have that clear flush mount lens. And then they both have a similar rear turn signal with the stock type turn signals. Let's see. Both have a similar looking tail lights on them. There's the Ninja 300, the CBR250. With the CBR, you've got these grab handles on the back for the passenger, and with the Ninja 300, you've got a strap across the seat for the passenger. All street bikes, stock street bikes from any of the manufacturers, are going to have one of these two things: either a strap for the passenger to hold on, or a grab handle. Whether it's a cruiser, whether it's a sport bike, whatever, they all have one or the other, and they always put some kind of handhold for the passenger. Both bikes have a very similar looking swing arm, just this rectangular steel swing arm on both bikes, so very, very similar there. Both bikes have very similar instrumentation. An analog tachometer with digital readout on the speedometer, along with a fuel gauge and that kind of thing. Same thing on the CBR. A little different layout, and that the tach is right above the digital readout. The display seems to be a little bigger on the Kawasaki, but I think they're both pretty comprehensive for these bikes and very easy to read. And the analog tachometer is definitely the way to go, and the digital readout on the speedometer is easy to read. Both have very similar looking controls: off, engine, stop and run. Your start button, this is on the CBR, regular rectangular front master cylinder, pretty light, easy clutch pull on the CBR. High and low beam, turn signals and a horn. And then on the Ninja 300 you have essentially the exact same thing: off and run, start button, rectangular style master cylinder, very easy light pull on the Ninja 300 as well. One of the things you do have on the Ninja 300 though, the high and low beam, turn signals, horn, is it's got a pass button on the back that allows you to flash the high beam, and I really like that. I have it on my ZX10. If you're pulling up to an intersection and you're not sure that someone sees you, can give that a little bump and maybe catch someone's attention. So that is one thing. Of course, you can just flash the high beam here, back and forth on the CBR, but on the Kawasaki you can just touch it with your finger. So that's maybe just a little plus there. Both have great looking wheels, good looking bodywork. But the real heart of the difference between these two bikes is that the CBR250R is a single cylinder. Both bikes are liquid cooled, both bikes are fuel injected, but this is a single cylinder motor. Of course, these are 250cc. They're probably 249 cc's. And then the Kawasaki is a twin cylinder motor. So you have 300 cc's and 2 cylinders. And the difference is that you have those 2 power pulses as opposed to a single power pulse. And that really gives this bike more power down low than the CBR. It has more horsepower, it has more top speed, and so really is a plus. With that more power down low, it makes it easier to pull away from a stop, and really gives the Ninja 300 a really great feel, makes it a lot of fun to ride. That's not to say that the CBR is a bad bike or is underpowered or doesn't have any power, because it's not. It's a very good quality bike. It's a good bike. So there's a lot of similarities between these two bikes. They're both, I think, great looking bikes. I think the Ninja 300 definitely gets the nod when it comes to power wise. Also, the Ninja 300 has a bigger feel to it. When you sit on it, the fairing's a little wider, and it really gives the bike maybe a little more solid feel, and feels like a bigger bike than it is compared to the CBR. But both bikes, again, ride nice. You wouldn't be going wrong if you bought a Honda. Of course, we're a Kawasaki dealer. We don't sell Hondas, so we sell Ninja 300s, no doubt. But the purpose of this video is just to show the differences for people who are shopping both bikes. There's not any real big negatives to the CBR. The biggest thing is that it's a 250cc single cylinder. So anyway, that's a look at these two bikes. The big difference being the motors, the twin cylinder versus the single cylinder. But if you're interested in Ninja 300, give us a call, shoot us an email, come by and see one. If you have a motorcycle license, you can probably even talk us into getting one out and let you take a test drive on it. We are Mainland Cycle Center. We're located about 30 minutes south of downtown Houston, just off of I-45 in Lamarck, Texas. Our website is mainlandcyclecenter.com. Our phone number is 409-948-4969. Give us a call, shoot us an email, come by and see us. We'd love to help any way we can. Hey, thanks for watching.